Namaste warrior, and welcome you to this gentle yoga flow. Let's start in seated. Grab your knees to lift your chest. Inhale, roll the shoulders down. Exhale, round the upper back. And do it 2 more times like this. Really lift the crown of your head. And then again, round your spine. Feel the nice stretch in between your shoulder blades, so that next time you can roll yourself all the way down and onto your back. Bring your feet close, knees facing up. Slightly tuck your chin to keep your neck nice and long. Inhale, raise the arms all above the head. Exhale, bring them back down, and at the same time lift your hips up high. Again, inhale, lift the arms, bring the hips back down. Exhale, push the arms back, but bring the hips higher. Feel this movement all the way up and down your whole spine. Gently lifting the belly button towards the spine to support the lower back. Also, engage your legs and your glutes to feel a nice stretch along your hips and your chest every time you lift your hips higher. One more time like this. And the next time, stay as high as you can. Bring the arms all the way back again. Lift your heels, push the hips even higher. Take a last big inhale to open up to the front, and exhale, roll yourself down vertebrae by vertebrae. Again, grab your knees, bring them close into the chest, and then roll up from the other side now. Tuck your chin into the chest, bring your upper body closer towards the thighs, rather rolling than pulling yourself up here, so that you can slowly and controlled roll yourself to seated next time. And balance yourself on the seating bones, finding your boat pose. Release the arms if you can. Hold it. Lift the toes. And take another big breath here. Lift the chest. Inhale. And exhale. Release the pose. Swing those legs around. And come into a tabletop. From here, move again through the spine for a couple of cat and cow movements. Inhale, lift the chest, bring your shoulder blades back. Exhale, round the whole spine, stretch out through the back part of your body. 2 more times like this. Inhale, look up. Exhale, chin into chest, belly button towards the spine. Keep your core engaged here. 1 more time like this. Inhale and exhale. Nice. Now this time, stay in your cat, rounded spine, tuck your back toes, and then with the support of your core, lift the knees, hover them just above the mat, and then slowly lift your sacrum towards the sky and stretch out through the spine, coming into a first downward facing dog. Maybe walk your hands towards the front of your mat so that you can really stretch out through the sides of your body. And then bend your knees to lift the sacrum even higher. Release the neck in between your shoulders. And then super slowly bring your knees back down. Shift your pelvis back towards the heels. And find your way into child's pose. Stay here for 2 big breaths. Inhale, stretch out through the arms and feel the length in your spine. Exhale, try to keep this length and find your way, slowly moving back into a downward facing dog. From here, lift your heels again, tuck your chin and roll yourself vertebrae by vertebrae into a first plank. Shoulders above the wrists, core stays engaged. And then bend your knees and push it back into a downward facing dog. 2 more times like this. Roll to the front, shoulders above the wrists for plank. Bend your knees and shift your sacrum higher back into a down dog. 1 more round, roll to the front And this time, bend your knees, bring them down. Shift your shoulders slightly more to the front of your mat. Bring knees, chest, and chin into the mat and come onto belly. Lift your heart for cobra and roll your shoulders back and down. Keep your forehead on the mat this time. Really roll your shoulders up and back towards the spine as you were giving yourself a nice massage here. And then inhale, roll it up again. Come into cobra. Exhale, slightly push into your hands. Tuck your back toes and come into child's pose. From here, lift yourself back up into downward facing dog. Stretch the spine, inhale through the nose. And exhale, release everything out through the mouth. Now bring your knees back to the mat and come into a tabletop. From here, lift your left arm to the front and your right leg to the back. Stretch it out, inhale. Exhale, bring opposite knee and elbow together. Inhale, stretch it all out. Exhale, find back into your crunch. Once more, inhale to lengthen. Exhale to center. Stay here this time. Keep the knee as close as you can. Bring your hand back down and pull the leg to the front between your hands. Find your way into a first lunge. Tuck your back toes and lift your knee. Make sure your front leg stays in a 90-degree angle, and then bring your lower knee back down to the mat and lift your arms all above the head. Find a nice shape here in your upper body. Inhale to open up the chest. Exhale, bring your fingertips down to the mat and shift it back into a half split. 2 more times like this. Inhale, flow to the front, coming into a low lunge, opening up the chest. Exhale, sit back, pull the toes up, half splits. Inhale, open up the front. Exhale, push it back to feel a nice stretch in the back side of your body. Good. Next time, keep your front knee bent. Lift your back knee up once more. Look to the front. And then step that left leg all the way to the start of your mat, finding your forward fold. Inhale, halfway up from here. Lift your chest. Exhale, bring it back down again. 2 more times. Inhale to lift the chest, roll your shoulders back, and exhale, release the head down. 1 more time like this. Inhale, straighten the legs, and then find your way back up into standing. Exhale, bring your hands to heart. Next inhale, raise the arms to the sides. Exhale, arms to the sides, back down to forward fold. Step the left leg back, come back into your runner's lunge. Keep a strong front leg and lift yourself up this time for a high lunge. Lift the arms, keep your core strong. Inhale to feel the opening once more. And then exhale, square your back foot, keep your front leg bended and open up into warrior 2. Keep that strong stance, arms nice and long, and then inhale, open up to reverse warrior. Exhale, bring that front forearm onto that front thigh now. Keep the stance nice and strong and begin to circle your left arm. Inhale to lift, exhale to bring it back down. 2 more big circles from the shoulder joint. Inhale, follow the breath. Exhale, let the gaze follow. Good. Next time, you want to bring that arm all the way down. Bring your left hand down to the mat, maybe even on a yoga block. And then lift the right arm on top for a twisted lunge. Inhale to open up into that twist. Exhale, keep both of your legs nice and strong. Good. And slowly circle the arm back, stretch out to the front leg, and lift the toes for a nice stretch in your hamstring. Inhale again to stretch. Exhale, bend that front knee and then step that leg back into downward facing dog. Take a couple of steps here to walk the dog and feel a nice sensation in your hamstrings again. Keep breathing. And then roll it back all the way to the front and into plank. Just like before, bring down knee, chest, chin. Lift your chest for cobra. Maybe even stretching out through the arms this time. Make it big and then bring it back towards child's pose. And from here, directly back into downward facing dog. Take one more big breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Bring your knees back down. Find your way into tabletop again. This time, right arm goes to the front, left leg goes to the back. Inhale to stretch it all out. Exhale, pull everything towards the center. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Feel the length inhaling. Feel your core exhaling. Next time, step that leg to the front and into a lunge. Stretch it out through the back hip. And then bring that knee back down again so that you can lift your upper body up for the opening into your low lunge. Bring your arms once more into a cactus shape. Inhale, enjoy the opening here, shoulders away from the ears. And then exhale, bring those fingertips back down to the ground. Shift it back into half splits. 2 more times to flow with this. Inhale, opening up the hip joint. Roll your shoulders up and down. And exhale, push it back, stretch the back side of the body. Keep breathing. In and exhale. Inhale to open it all up. Exhale to push it back. Hips stay parallel. Good. Then bend your front knee once more. Bring the back leg all the way to the front of your mat. Find your forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, all the way back down. Inhale, lift your chest, raise the arms. Exhale, hands to heart, back to standing. Like before. Inhale, arms up through the sides. Exhale, dive down, long back towards forward fold. Inhale, bring the right leg back. Find your runner's lunge. Exhale, strong stance, coming up into high lunge. Inhale to lift the sides of your body once more. Exhale, square the back foot for warrior 2. Keep that right angle in your front leg. Inhale, shift it back to reverse the warrior. Feel a nice opening in the left side of your body. Don't bring too much weight on that back knee. Stay strong in your thighs here. Once more, inhale to lift. Exhale, bring that forearm down to the thigh. Find your way into a side angle. Circle that upper arm. Following the breath. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bring it back down. Feel a nice stretch on the right side of the body now. And next time, place your right palm down on the mat. Level your hips. Inhale, twist it to the left. Exhale, legs nice and strong. Good. And slowly find your way back to center. Stretch out through the front leg. Pull your toes up for pyramid pose. Inhale. And exhale. Bend that front knee. Slowly bring your palms back down and then push it into your walking dog. step from side to side. Feel and enjoy the stretch. And then once more, roll yourself to the front. Find your way back into plank. Nice and strong. For your first chaturanga, if you want, bend your elbows close to the ribs. Bring it back up to cobra. Maybe you want to lift your thighs up now for up dog. And then use your pelvic floor muscles to lift your sacrum back up into downward facing dog. From here, inhale, lift your right leg on top for a three-legged dog. Open up that hip, but keep the shoulders in one line. Bend that upper knee so you can lift it even higher. Feel a nice opening here. And then step it to the front. Find your way back into runner's lunge. Stretch the front leg out again, back to pyramid pose as before. This time, step the back foot slightly to the side, toe slightly facing to the outside of the mat, so that you can really ground that back heel down. Really feel the anchoring of that back foot, and then bend your front knee, bring the toes down. Nice and strong stance, and then roll yourself all the way up for a warrior one. Raise the arms through the sides again, maybe even bringing your palms together so that you can stretch it out all the way towards your fingertips. Inhale here for length, and then tuck your back toes again, and find your way through a high lunge back into a warrior two. Good. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, come back to center and stretch the front leg out now. Shorten the stance a bit, preparing for your triangle pose. Keep both of your feet firmly grounded and then stretch the left arm to the front. And with that length in your side body, find your way down to Trikonasana. Open up through the right side of your body. Inhale here. Exhale. Release your neck. Look back down again, and then bend your front knee and come up through a warrior two. Level your hips, tuck your back toes back to high lunge, circle the arms, and then once more, shorten the stance, ground both of your feet down to prepare for your twisted triangle now. Again, your back heel should be anchored down, so your toes may slightly face to the outside. Bring your right palm on the lower back to support your pelvis, and then inhale to stretch the left arm to the front. Exhale to plant that hand down, maybe even using a yoga block as a support. Keep your hips in one line, and only if you have that balance, you can slowly find your way into reverse triangle, lifting the right arm on top. It's totally fine to keep that palm on your lower back as a support. One more big breath. And then find your way back to center. Stretch out through the front leg once more. And then shift it into the right leg and step back into downward facing dog. Nice. Roll yourself to the front. Find your way back into plank. One more flow here, all the way down chaturanga or knee, chest, chin. Into cobra or up dog. Exhale back into downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale. Release the head in between your shoulders. Now lift your left leg to open up your hip, three-legged dog. Keep your shoulders leveled one more time. Open up, lift the knee higher if you can. Inhale. Exhale. Shift that leg all the way to the front. Setting up here for your pyramid pose. Stretch out through the front leg again. Inhale. Step that front leg to the side. Exhale. Bend your front leg. Find a nice and strong stance here. Again, your outer edge of the back foot should be grounded before you lift yourself up into warrior one. Stretch out through the sides of your body. Inhale. Even bring the palms together if you like. And then exhale. Come back onto your tippy toes. High lunge. Opening up through the right side, warrior 2. Keep that right angle in your front leg, nice and strong. Stance here. And then find your way back into reverse warrior. Inhale, opening up the left side of your body. Exhale, back to center. Stretch out through the front leg. Bring that back foot a bit closer. Find a nice and strong stance again. Lift it to the left side. Inhale, find length. Exhale, bring it back down into triangle pose. You don't have to bring that left hand all the way down, but make sure that you really feel the opening of the right side. Imagine there was a wall that you were lying your shoulder blade onto. Inhale to open. Exhale, bring the gaze back down. Find your way up to warrior 2. From here, level your hips again. Back to high lunge. And then step that right leg a bit more to the front, setting it up for twisted triangle. Bring your left hand on the lower back, right arm up, inhale. Halfway down, exhale, plant that palm all the way to the mat or even on a yoga block. Find the balance, keep your hips leveled, and only if you can raise that arm on top. Feeling the twist in your upper spine. Inhale once more wherever you are. Exhale, we meet back in center. Nice. Stretch out that front leg once more. Release your head. Beautiful. And then find your weight in that left leg. Lift the right leg up on top and step it back into downward facing dog. Last round here. Roll yourself to the front. Find your plank. And then find your way back down. Inhale, lift your chest. Cobra up dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Stretch it out through the spine. Shake your head one last time here. Good. And then lower your knees down to the mat and come back into seated. From here, bring the soles of your feet together so that you can open the knees to the sides. Grab the outer edges of your feet for Baddha Konasana. Nice hip opening. Inhale, lift your chest to elongate the spine. And exhale, round your upper body again. 2 more times like this. Inhale to open up. Exhale to sink deeper back into your hips. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale. Stay here this time. You want to stretch your legs to the front. Ground down through both of your seating bones. Flex your feet. Lift your arms. Inhale. And exhale from your hips. Bend to the front and find your way into a seated forward fold. If it's accessible for you easily, that you can grab the outer edges of your feet, then please do so. Otherwise, don't stress out if you're not there yet. You can just place your hands next to the legs and follow your breath. Allow your upper back to be round. Release the head. In and exhale. Keep your knees slightly bended. That's better for you right now. And then lift the arms all the way back to the top. Find your way back into seated. And then place your hands behind you, fingers pointing towards the body. Bend your knees, place your feet in front, and push your hips into a counter pose, reverse tabletop. One big inhale here. Exhale, bring it back down, and then find your way into boat pose again. This time, try to challenge yourself by grabbing the big toe, stretch out through the legs if you can. Inhale, lift the chest wherever you are. Find your balance. Nice. And then exhale, release, bring your feet down and roll yourself back into supine. Let's finish the practice just the way we started it. Place your feet in front, parallel to the long sides of your mat. Inhale, lift your arms overhead. Exhale, bring your hips up into bridge pose. 2 more times like this. Now you can really use the power in your legs that you just created within our standing sequence on the mat to really lift up through the hips. Feel a nice stretch in the front side of your body, and next time stay there. Bring your upper arms closer towards each other and then interlace your fingers underneath the body for your bridge pose. Inhale, feel the opening here. Neck nice and long, nice. And then exhale, release your fingers, bring your arms overhead again. Come onto your tippy toes and roll yourself back into the mat. Hug your knees in closer to the chest, bringing back length in your lower spine. And then push those knees away from you. Inhale, bring them back in, exhale. Good, then place your feet in front of you. Keep your thighs together, bring your arms into a cactus shape and shift your hips to the right so that you can place your knees on the left side, finding your lying twist here. You can even bring the gaze towards the opposite side, enjoying a couple of deep breaths here. Feel the opening of your chest, inhale. Exhale, sink back deeper into the mat, using the weight of your pelvis to release your hips. Good, and then bring your head back to center, then one leg at a time. Back to center, and then swing your hips to the left so that you can swing your legs to the right side this time. Always an option to bring a folded blanket underneath your legs if this is too intense for you maybe. Otherwise, just relax your head to the opposite side and keep breathing into this nice and gentle twist of your spine. Deeply inhale. Release down, exhale. Good. Then bring your gaze back up to center. Let your legs follow. And then a couple of times just circle the hips. Opening and closing them back. Giving yourself a last gentle massage before you grab the outer edges of your feet again. Just like before and seated. Lift your chin into your chest. And then exhale, release your head back to the ground and shift yourself slightly so you can find that length in your lower spine again before you release your feet to the front, coming into your final resting pose, Shavasana. Enjoy, after your practice, this moment of peace and full relaxation. Release all the tension in your muscles, your joints, your body, but also your mind. Relax the jaw in your mouth. Relax your forehead on your face. And then just let go of the breath. May it flow in its natural ways. Stay here as long as you like. Thank you for practicing. See you soon. Namaste.